of a bitch.
And that's it, boys. $500 easy. Let's go!
Let's go! Yeah!
Holy smokes. Oh my goodness, boys and girls. How's everybody doing? Welcome to episode 58 of Bro Science. Let's get the smelling salts ready. You guys know how we like to start this thing off.
Oh boy. Ready? I might have gone too deep on that one.
Woo!
Flex it on the
Oh yeah.
Oh, my eyes. Okay. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Welcome to Bro Science episode 58. I already said that. I am FearTheBeardo, your humble host, the 9-time Pokemon League champion that will not be disputed. I don't care who you are on the internet. You cannot take that away from me. And I am joined by my co-host, Sir Xwing.
The manliest bro scientist, by the way, as voted by you. Let's go.
Asterisk. Put an
Good to
asterisk
see
on that
everybody.
one.
Hope everyone's doing okay today. Sorry for missing Tuesday night's main event last night. I've been busy, man. I'm a busy bro right now. Busy guy.
Yeah.
But all good things. It's a good problem to have.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Xwing. And we have our special guest for today, another Resident Evil expert. We have Drew Hernandez. What's up, Drew?
What's going on, guys?
What's
I
up?
think I'm coming in loud and clear. We got the camera fixed.
Yes.
And, we
Love
got
to
a
see it.
lot to talk about. And I am so freaking excited about this, dude. You have no idea. I've been obsessing and fixating over this
Hell
for since they announced it. Was it at the Game Fest? What
It was
called?
at the the Xbox. Wait, no, yeah, Summer Games Fest. Summer Games Fest.
Mhm.
So this was just like what, 2 days ago?
Yes.
2 or 3 days ago, maybe.
It was over the weekend. Last weekend.
Okay.
And then we'll get into it. I don't want to interrupt your.
Yeah. Yeah, I was sitting on the toilet taking a shit using the bidet. I get a text from Drew. Holy fuck! Resident Evil 9! For the past 3 days, Drew has just been blowing up my phone with everything Resident Evil, and I'm like, man, I love it. I cannot wait. We've been anticipating what's going to be the next Resident Evil game. Are we going to get 5 remake? Are we going to get Code Veronica remake? Resident Evil 0 remake? Or are we going to get the much anticipated Resident Evil 9? And it's confirmed. Resident Evil 9 is coming out in 8 months from now, February 27, 2026. And I know it's like, February 2026? Boys, we're already halfway through 2025.
I know, dude. It's flying by. And we already have our first like riots and explosions of the presidency, which is awesome. That's kind of keeping things alive, you know?
Yeah. So February might seem far away, but really it's just right around the corner, man. It's right around the corner. And there was a demo showcased. So the demo's out there. So the demo for Resident Evil 9 was showcased to a whole bunch of, content creators, some people approved media, I guess. So there's a demo out there.
Yes.
So it's ready.
I heard it. They some of those that it was showcased to, it wasn't just showcased. Like
They were able to play
a
it.
select few within the select few got to play the damn thing.
Yeah.
And they are loving it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
So
yeah.
we'll get
It's
into
like
it.
a
We'll get into it.
return. So the only Resident Evil I've played through was the 2 remake. That's the only one I've done so far. And this kind of, just from what I've seen, it looks like a callback to an older style of Resident Evil, which I'm always psyched to see something new in an old style. You know what I mean?
It does. It does have that feel that it's going back to its roots again, more grounded. We're getting away from like the mystical, vampires and werewolves and magic users and stuff. We're going back to hopefully evil corporation, viruses, zombies and tyrants, because there is going to be a tyrant-like character in this game. But there's been several rumors and leaks for the past several months that this was going to be like an island out in Europe or whatever. There was going to be
like Indian cult.
Yeah, there was going to be like a death cult that worshiped the moon and shit, like cannibals and stuff. All of it's fake. None of it was real. This is going back to, well, we know for a fact that there's 2 locations right now confirmed. There's going to be a hotel. There's going to be
maybe three.
I'm hoping, fingers crossed, for Spencer Mansion. That'd be fucking awesome. I don't know what the state of the Spencer Mansion is going to look like after the bomb that went off in Raccoon City, but we've seen that Raccoon City. So I don't know if it was retconned or if it's been in lore for forever. The nuke that they dropped on Raccoon City at the end of Resident Evil 3 wasn't actually a nuke. It was a thermal. It was a thermal, like a thermal bomb. I don't know, something that's not like
I forgot the terminology.
A thermal barrack maybe is the term. I
may have that wrong or right, but it's
non-radioactive.
Non-radioactive, correct?
Yeah.
So I mean so what's interesting about what just dropped this morning, dude, I've barely gotten any sleep because I was so excited last night, just waiting, because there were screenshots getting leaked. I was like, did I send it to you last night or was it this morning? No, I told you last night, get ready for it.
Yes.
And it dropped this morning. And so listening to some of the secret club that got to play it or watch the gameplay, I'm hearing a 3rd location. And I don't know if they're getting it confused or if it's the same, but in the trailer, we got the Renwood Hotel, right? And we'll get into that. And then we have the callback to the ruins of Raccoon City. But now what I'm hearing from some of these influencers, some of the designated press that got to play it or see it, are saying there's a hospital now.
In which I wouldn't be surprised, because
But I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't know if it's like the Renwood Hotel, now the ruins of Raccoon City, like a makeshift hospital. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's the confusion, but I'm here. That's the 3rd one I'm not hearing from. These are not leaks, by the way. This is all confirmed. It came out this morning.
Yes. And I have the articles that you sent me, so we will go over the articles as well. But real quick, to talk about the one confirmed main character right now. Her name is Grace Ashcraft. Now, if you're not familiar with Grace Ashcraft, don't be ashamed of yourself or upset, because she's kind of a very niche character, because she is the daughter of Alyssa Ashcraft, who is also in a very niche Resident Evil game, Resident Evil Outbreak, which was a PlayStation 2 online multiplayer, which, if you guys know about PlayStation 2 back in the day, online wasn't integrated in the PlayStation 2. You had to have like a special hookup device for your PlayStation to play online. So a lot of people didn't play Outbreak. But we got Grace Ashcraft here. She looks great. When I first saw her in the trailer, I'm like, is this Rose? Is this Ethan's daughter, Rose, from Village? I was like, no, I'm done with Rose. I'm done with Ethan Winter. I'm done. I'm done with the Winter family. Give us something new. This is Grace Ashcraft. Drew, what do you think about our...
At least she's white and blonde. At least she's white and blonde. I was happy about that, because they just want to do away with anything like that. I thought this was very interesting because of the ties to her mother, right? Now, in Outbreak, pretty much the whole game, you are racing to find a cure because you're already infected before the end of the game. So her mother has already been infected with a strand of the T virus, and then the official canon storyline, because there's multiple outcomes, because I think there's an outcome in Outbreak where she actually stays behind and gets blown up in the explosion. But the official canon is she survives because she takes the daylight vaccine.
Right.
And so she survives and then goes on. And then there's a file in Resident Evil 7 where Alyssa is mentioned. And she's investigating the events going on in Resident Evil 7 in the Louisiana house.
Right, in the Baker house.
In the Baker house. And then we get the new trailer where I think they said at the time of the trailer of RE9, she died, what did he say, 8 or 6 years ago? I can't remember. It was 8, 6.
I think it was 8 years ago. 8 years ago, she was captured, experimented on, tortured, and died. But yes, the daylight vaccine that cures the T virus. They mentioned in the trailer, which we will watch the trailer, that Grace is like the chosen one. She's like, her DNA and her blood is like the cure for a bigger situation here. There's some hidden figures. There's the guy in the chair. A lot of people are thinking, who is this? Could this be a flashback, like a flashback to what's his name? Spencer. What's Spencer's first name? Drew. Oswald Spencer?
Sorry.
Oswald Spencer.
Oswald
no worries.
Spencer.
Oswald Spencer, who is kind of behind the whole Umbrella evil T-Virus Corporation, funded it. Rich son of a bitch. So
I'm still here.
Yeah. We'll watch the trailer because the trailer is great. Let's go. Yeah, it's 3.5 minutes. Let's go ahead and watch it.
Let's go.
And we'll go frame by frame instead of just talking about the trailer. We'll go frame by frame and we'll pick it apart. Xwing, have you watched this yet?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, but I was having some trouble trying to figure out why everything looked like it's okay, because this is post-nuclear, post-virus, like absolutely jacked up world, isn't it?
Are you talking about the Raccoon City shot?
Yeah.
It could be going through a process of rebuilding.
Yeah,
It's been 27 years, so it's
it's been a while.
It's entirely possible. So what I'm hearing is this game most likely takes place in current day, 2025, 2026, which would coincide with the RE7 timeline, because in 2016, her mother was alive, and then now we get this, and now she died 8 years later. So it's landing somewhere between 2020 and where we are today, I believe.
Yeah. And the bomb, they've confirmed that the bomb in Raccoon City wasn't nuclear; it was a thermal barrack. So it's not like it's like your Chernobyl, radioactive, fallout zone. It's going to be maybe publicly inhabited.
To answer your question, that might fill in the gap for you, Xwing. At the end of Outbreak, there's a post-credit scene where Umbrella, after the bomb goes off, Raccoon City is annihilated, Umbrella comes back to Ground Zero, and they're running tests, and they're launching the virus from the sky via chemtrails.
Oh.
So you connect that with, because there's obviously a massive connection between that game Outbreak and now RE9. So Umbrella has obviously been doing something on Ground Zero for the past 27 years.
So that might be worth a playthrough, though, do an Outbreak before you do this one if you've never played it. Get some connective tissue there.
You know what would have been really smart for them to do is drop an Outbreak remake a few months before this game comes out, just to tie a few things together.
I was thinking they might do that on the actual anniversary, because this comes out like a month before the 30th anniversary.
Or bundle something together. Like,
it's entirely possible. The assets are there, dude. If that Raccoon City is like massive and playable for any reason, they could totally 100% use those same assets that are locked and loaded, ready to go for a full-blown Outbreak.
Yeah,
Outbreak, for those of you that are unfamiliar, Outbreak was kind of not open world, but it was more Raccoon City. You were way more running around through the city, so that's entirely possible.
Can you get it on PS5 or Steam?
I think Steam should be.
Steam.
I don't know. Someone double check that, but yeah, I think that would make sense. I mean, why would they not put out RE9 for the actual anniversary? Because if you watched the game, was it the Game Fest? I watched it. There was like 2 or 3 other Happy Birthday Resident Evil Capcom little teasers that were leading up to the finale. And you had the voice actor, Lady D from RE8. She was speaking in it. And there was a typewriter that popped up, and it was Raccoon City Outbreak. Now, obviously, that could mean anything. That's literally the plot to Resident Evil. But there's clearly a connection between these two games. And I just would not be surprised, like you said, whether they drop it some kind of DLC or just its own game. That would be pretty dope. I think people would, instead of having to go, is it on Steam? oh, here you go,
Right.
just download the DLC and you can connect all of it right there.
Well, and then in the Resident Evil 3 remake, did they also not drop like alongside of it RE Verse, which was their was their kind of Dead by Daylight kind of RE
yes,
Verse?
the multiplayer.
Yeah. So it's entirely possible that Capcom could have in their back pocket Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Oh, and by the way, you're getting a brand new remake online mode of Resident Evil Outbreak to help, connect some of the dots. And also the connections between 7 and this, like you were saying, it's not a coincidence because the same game director who directed 7 is also directing this one.
Yes.
And 7 was great. 7 was
And I think he did
terrifying.
Revelations 1 or 2. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, and Revelations. I've never played Revelations, but I've heard nothing but great things about it.
Yeah. Let's watch it. Let's watch it.
Yeah. And Capcom's RE engine is gorgeous. It might be the best game
Quick pause
engine.
right there. Right there, it's already indicating that we've got some kind of new virus,
Unidentified disease. Yeah.
unidentified disease. So they're leaning into something new, and this is very reminiscent to RE1, and I guess you could say 0, because there were multiple unidentified missing persons, murders in the Arklay
The
mountains, and that
right.
just kind of started everything, and that's how the STARS unit ended up in the Spencer's mansion.
Mhm.
So, like you said earlier, Beardo, this is for sure a callback to the entire first act, I guess you could say, of the Resident Evil story and franchise, which is really cool, dude. Like in the 9th game, they're really tying it that far back. I think that's pretty sick.
Yeah, and it makes sense because the 30th anniversary, like you said, is next year. They had to do something. It wouldn't have felt right if they would have done another remake for the 30th anniversary. Let's get a brand new entry, the next entry in the series. Let's bring it back. And that's why a lot of people are speculating 30th anniversary of Resident Evil. Let's bring the band back together. A lot of people are thinking Leon, because going back to Raccoon City, he is the dead giveaway. But then again, it's not Leon's 30th anniversary. It would be Jill and Chris's 30th anniversary. So,
didn't it say in one of the press releases or something, and then another character with an impressive arsenal?
Yes.
So people are thinking Redfield.
Well,
it could be any one of them.
It could be any one of them. Yeah.
Or
could
Leon.
be any one of them, or Leon. But
somebody said the vendor or whatever his name is. Who's the guy who's
the
got
merchant?
all this stuff? The merchant. Yeah.
No, I think they've dropped that for this game because one of the what are we going to call these people that already tested it? The special people.
Yeah.
that got to view it.
The Chosen.
The Chosen. I don't want to diss them, man. They're probably really cool people. We're all fans, right?
Yeah.
But so what came out also with the new intel this morning was that the same RE2 and RE3 remake inventory screen is in this game. Same style.
Okay.
So not RE8 style, not RE4 style, because those are different, right? It's
Right.
the RE2, RE3 remake inventory screen style. So,
Yeah.
One less thing to learn.
Yeah. And although I do like the merchant, it kind of takes away the necessity to have inventory management to preserve your bullets and shit, I don't have fucking room. I need this key, but I have this fucking herb. Shit, I need to go back to the global storage box and drop off this gun because I need the key to this, and then I love that shit about Resident Evil.
Yeah.
So but when you have the merchant, it's like, fuck, I only have 3 bullets left. I'll just buy a few more rounds.
Yeah.
So
I like that, the inventory conservation. A lot of people hated that about Breath of the Wild. I kind of thought it was fun. You're always breaking shit, having to find more. Makes you smart. It makes you play smart,
strategy.
Yeah. And that's the same thing with Resident Evil 2 remake, and I believe 3 as well, was the knife durability. You can only use your knife a handful of times, 4 or 5 times, and that motherfucker breaks, and you got to find a new one.
2 remake.
And then they did away with that in the newer ones. The knives were just had unlimited durability. But let's keep going here. I'm not sure if I fully trust this guy, the black gentleman. I think he knows a little bit more than he's leading on, you know?
Grace. Grace. Grace Ashcraft.
Yes?
My office.
Coming.
There you go. I'm sure some people have already speculated, zoomed in, like, who's that motherfucker right
Well,
there?
if you go
Shit.
back, people think that's Leon. Go back a few frames while he's walking, right before he makes it to her desk. See,
Right there?
Grace.
That
Pause.
guy?
Pause. Now go back. Go back.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Oh, you had it. Hold on. Right.
Grace.
Yeah.
Pause. Right by his head when you go back. People think that's Leon on the wall.
On the wall. Oh, I'm looking for an actual person.
I was looking at the officer at the
They
desk.
think it's RE6 Leon on the wall, right next to his head on the left. Watch. Keep going. Pause.
Grace.
Pause right there. See that picture all the way in the distance?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
RE6 Leon.
That's rough.
It might
How the fuck are you gonna make that out?
be Easter egg.
Grace Ashcraft.
Yes?
My office.
Coming.
He's very quirky. Cool.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now, I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered.
Hey, this is very important, this hotel. I need you to go on the ground. I need eyes on the ground there, but I know this is the place where your mother died. Maybe don't want to send her there.
Just sounds sinister right off the bat.
Yeah.
I like it. This is cool. I really like the fact that she's a little like hapless and kind of like, disheveled and like she's totally not ready for this.
Yep.
I would much rather play a horror survival game with a character like that than having her be like,
Boss.
all right, Chief, what are we doing today? You know what I mean? Like it lends a little bit more realism and helplessness to the situation. I think it's good.
No,
Yeah.
I agree, and that's been lost in like Hollywood movies, games. It's like the whole boss girl thing is cringe and doesn't work, but
Yeah.
it's cool to see. I think to make a great female character, lead or co-lead or whatever, make her a survivor. That's cool, dude. Like if she's surviving, even if it's barely, that's still cool. Not just like OP right from the beginning. It's like, come on, dude. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And based
Kinda
off
like
of what
how-
I'm hearing from the test footage people saw, that plays perfect with her freaking the hell out, being stalked in a hospital or a hotel by the new monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I like
And
it.
I miss the tyrant mechanic. They did it perfect in Resident Evil 2.
Hated it, bro. I hated it. That's what that's good though. Like I
Yeah.
hated it because it was like, why am I playing this game? I'm
Anxiety,
gonna die. Like
anxiety level.
Yes,
Dude.
yes. The tyrant mechanic in Resident Evil 2 remake was perfect. And in 3 remake with Nemesis was just kind of like a cutscene
Yeah,
monster. It wasn't that good when they nailed it in 2 remake. So hopefully this is going back to some of the mechanics and the AI of Mr. X from 2.
We'll get into it.
Yeah. Okay, so there's also speculation that this guy is going to be one of the villains here. People think this is zombie Leon Kennedy. I
just
don't think
throwing
so.
Leon Kennedy at whatever they can find, aren't they?
They want Leon Kennedy so bad. They want him in the game so bad. And trust me, believe me, I'm with you. I want Leon Kennedy too. But not like this. I want to play as Leon.
This
I want
is somebody else.
This is somebody else. 100%.
I don't think it's Leon. It doesn't make any sense.
Alyssa died 8 years ago.
Okay, so I think there's also going to be flashbacks scenes where you do play as Alyssa Ashcraft when she was first abducted and she was like in the hospital and she was being stalked. I think you're going to have flashbacks. You play as her, then you're going to play as Grace, and maybe it's going to be a mechanic where to help solve a puzzle for Grace, you have to first play the flashback as Alyssa Ashcraft.
Right.
Do whatever in the house, and then you find the clue.
Yep.
And then you go fast forward to present day, you're playing as Grace, and now you know where to go.
It's just like RE7. That's what they did.
Yep.
At the beginning, where you're
With
following
the
the reporter,
videotapes.
the videotapes, and
Yep.
then you end up going that same path. So, yeah.
Does anybody remember what the hell game? I feel like it came out recently. Maybe I'm retarded, but you were, as you're playing the game, you would have to like hit a button and it would switch from the future to the past.
Ooh.
And you'd be running through the level and it was switching from the future to the, holy crap, that might not have been recent. I don't remember what the hell that was. Maybe that was
Fragmented memory.
Chat will know. Chat
yeah,
will know.
I think it was Titanfall.
What is it, chat?
Yeah, what is it? But
Titanfall.
let's keep powering through.
Go.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
Titanfall 2, Soul
It
Reaver.
was Titanfall. Yeah, it was Titanfall.
Grace.
This looks so good. Dude.
What is this? Hey!
So she's hanging upside down on a hospital bed, either injured or experimented on, because in her DNA, she's got the vaccine. What's it called, Drew?
Daylight.
The daylight. She's got the daylight in her DNA passed down from her mom.
Is there a
Or
commentary
some kind of
going on here?
variant from the T virus.
What happened?
Is there some kind of commentary going on here about getting a certain kind of jab that now that's your
No,
bloodline?
it's always been. Ari's been ahead of their time, dude.
Yeah, Resident Evil's always been about viruses and vaccines and shit.
But she's also got some blood being drawn from her arm on her right arm.
Oh yeah, she's
She's got an IV in there.
But so this is how the new unreleased demo starts. I'm hearing is
Mhm.
this her
Okay.
upside down on the gurney.
See how gorgeous that is, dude.
Mhm.
So good, dude.
They're coming.
I know now that you're the
Okay. So I think this guy is going to be a different character from the hooded figure.
Really? He's
rumor-
clearly got like the raincoat hood going on.
I think it's gonna be a different guy. Rumors are speculation that this is going to be this very well could be a flashback to Alyssa Ashcraft, which could be 20 years ago. So there's a very good chance that this could be Oswald Spencer
Or reincarnated version.
reincarnated
point.
if it
That's
is
a good
present
point.
day.
Because he says Miss Ashcraft. So that could be, you're right, that could be Alyssa or the daughter. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Mm.
And maybe when he first experimented on Alyssa Ashcraft, he did get the daylight to help preserve, because Oswald Spencer, he wanted to live forever. He
Yep.
didn't want to die. That was like what he spent his fortune on, to try to live forever. That's where some of the Umbrella,
That's the whole story.
experiments were for him to live forever. So maybe he got a little bit, maybe got a little taste of the adrenochrome from Alyssa Ashcraft, and he needs more from
In
Grace.
RE5 DLC, Wesker murders him, or did he? That's the big question.
Right.
So, but RE8, because of the metamycete in the mold, has now introduced the supernatural in the RE universe and world. Because if you played the Rose DLC
Right.
on RE8, that is just full blown supernatural. Ethan is some kind of spirit leading her now, so that exists in this universe now.
Which
Where-
I hate.
I don't know, some kind of consciousness transfer, or who knows? I don't know, but it's entirely possible, or it's just a new character,
Somehow Oswald Spencer returned.
or a descendant,
Maybe. Or
like
a descendant.
Palpatine type of thing.
Or it could just be a completely brand new character.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be just a random fucking dude.
95% sure it's a new character.
Yeah,
We'll find out.
we'll find out.
for special one, the chosen one, Miss Ashcraft.
So there's Raccoon City post-thermal barrack. You can see some of these buildings did not get touched from the explosion. Now, whether these have been rebuilt or they just weren't affected by the blast. But we do have clips here of the
Investigating all
RPD.
these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
So people think that's Leon, that third one.
Mhm.
I don't think so.
His voice doesn't sound right.
From what I've
sounds
heard,
like a
that's
black guy.
it sounds more like the voice actor of recent Chris Redfield.
Mhm.
But to me, this is me, because the same voice actor that currently or recently is doing Chris does Carlos in RE3.
Right.
That sounds more
Both
like
of them.
Carlos to me, like spot on. That would
Is
be
it-
cool if he somehow got brought back into this.
Is it Roger Craig Smith?
I
Is he
forgot
still,
his name. Let me
is he
look it
still
up.
doing Chris? Because Roger Craig Smith did Chris in Resident Evil 5. I don't remember if he did it in Village.
I'd have to look it up. I'll look it
Please
up.
know that you are my hope.
So there's the partially destroyed RPD.
Everyone's gone.
And dude, like the inside when you get the entrance hall to the RPD,
Oh
dude.
man, I spent a
when
lot
I-
of time there.
When I first watched this in the trailer, I got fucking goosebumps, dude. I was
Dude,
like,
I
oh, we
know.
go back.
I was like bouncing around my house, dude, like jumping all over. My wife's like,
That's
"What?
cool.
What? What do you mean, what?" All right.
There it was. There it was. The
What is
hag.
that?
That was the hag tyrant. There's
Oh.
theories about that. Well, we got to get to it because I know
Let's
Drew's
just
only
finish
got
it.
about
Yeah, let's finish
20,
it. Let's
30
get to it.
minutes.
Requiem. And I
A
don't know
lot
if this
of-
is right, but apparently, very clever with the wording Requiem 9Q. But apparently,
Yeah.
that's how you pronounce Q or 9 in Japanese or something like that. 9
Really?
in Japanese is Q or Q. I don't know. Someone in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. Look it
Any
up.
Japanese in the chat? Can you confirm? Yeah. Here, this one. We sue you. Can you confirm that for me?
It's ku.
It's ku. Oh,
Ku.
ku.
There you go.
Okay.
So I guess you could say Q.
Yeah. There were some people
Close.
saying that they weren't sure how they feel about since Village, because Village had a creative title like that too. Village with the VILL is Roman numeral 8. If you look at it, I know L is 50, but if you were to just look at it as like VII, it looks like 8 Roman numerals. So the clever names have been since Village, and now this being Requiem, where you can replace the Q with a 9. I actually like that. I appreciate that. I think
Wait
it's
until you
creative.
find out what bassoon is in Japanese.
Oh, what is it?
Can't
Retard?
say it online.
So here we go. So let's get into some of the what people are saying online from people who were there, the Chosen who were there. The demo ran for, so the demo was what they saw it yesterday and they were allowed to talk about it today. The embargo released today for what they saw.
During the Game Fest, I keep butchering that. This was like I think a week ago. They saw it there, and then the embargo was lifted today to where now they can talk about it, make YouTube videos, and that's what dropped this morning at like 8 p.m.
Yeah.
I think, or 8 a.m. Eastern or 11 p.m. Eastern.
So the demo ran for a half an hour, starting with the first-person view that transitioned into a third-person view, and reported players can choose either style for the full game.
That's kind of
Awesome.
cool.
I love it. If you want to play third-person, you
Yep.
can. If you want to play first-person, go for it. You
Yep.
choose. I like
You know
that.
what? The only thing that kind of weirds me out about that is like the third person walking in, at least in RE2, had like a very specific kind of measured footstep feeling to it. I wonder how that would play out in first person, because what was the first person one that came out with
This is 7 and 8 were first person.
7? Okay. So I was
Mhm.
thinking of 7. Did the movement feel slower even though you're in
Well,
first person?
It's never been fast.
I've been
Yeah.
listening to some of the people that saw it and then played it. One of the guys that played it, I forgot his name. He said that you can tell Capcom put a lot of time into making sure that when you switch, it's seamless. So not like
awesome
not
to
like
hear.
not like RE8. Remember they added it in the DLC and it was kind of weird
Correct.
and kind of clunky, right?
Right. Yeah.
This game is specifically, according to these people that have played it, it is created to switch in and out, and it just
Good.
won't
So
feel
instead of
weird.
like having to go to the settings, I want to play third person mode, reload the game. You go on your controller, you press one button, and then boom, it's just third person.
Like the Master Chief collection, you just go
Right.
in and switch in between.
Yeah.
Right.
Toggle on between the remaster OG.
Because it makes
graphics.
sense for like an action game, you know, you're moving pretty quick in third person. And so when you go to first person, it doesn't feel all that different. But a lot of times when you go into first person, if you're moving slowly, it can make the game almost like claw your brains out annoyingly slow. It just feels wrong. You know what I mean?
So that's a good point, Xwing, and I want to go back to what you said about Resident Evil 2 about the speed of the footsteps. I think that is calculated because of the tyrant and to add tension that you can't just break away from the tyrant. He's always going to be just a few steps behind you.
Yeah.
And with this one, with the hag being a tyrant-like mechanic, the calculated footsteps and the programming in the game, they're doing that on purpose so to raise that tension and anxiety, just knowing that tyrant is always just around the corner.
Yeah.
And apparently it is a very intelligent AI for this hag tyrant, which we will get into.
Of course.
The demo featured Grace navigating eerie corridors, activating lights, and unlocking doors to face a monster that chomps her shoulder. She recovers using a syringe instead of the usual healing items.
So maybe that's what we saw when she was hanging upside down. Because she had a shoulder wrap on.
Well, it looked like her chest, like her heart was being operated on.
Well, the people that I've been watching this all morning, they've been saying that the healing item appears to be a syringe.
Yeah.
Some type of syringe.
And a lot of people are saying, that's brand new. The syringe has never been done before. It's like, hello, in Village, when you play as Chris Redfield at the end, he used a syringe. So it's not like something that's totally crazy. We've seen syringes before.
That doesn't bother me at all. Like instead of chomping an entire herbal plant down, you use a syringe. I feel like maybe it was time to head that way anyway.
Yeah. A developer also hinted that another playable character, a well-known figure armed with impressive weapon collection, kind of similar to Chris Redfield in Village. When you play as Chris Redfield, he's just armed to the gills with fucking guns, grenades, flashbangs, everything. So whether that's going to be Chris again or maybe that's going to be Leon now, because Leon, when you go from Resident Evil 2 remake or just Resident Evil 2, rookie cop, doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and then go to Resident Evil 4, Leon is decorated. He's a fucking badass, dude. I mean, the president literally says, yeah, I'm just calling on you and you alone to go to fucking Europe, to go to Spain, to go fucking save my daughter, and, try not to bang her along the way. So here we got some screenshots here. So we got Grace using her lighter. I love this image. You think it's so simple, but do you remember an RE2 remake when you're first in the RPD and you have the statues with the puzzle with the statues? You got the lion, the unicorn, and the maiden. Hello. That looks almost identical to the unicorn statue in the RPD.
And even the walls color scheme is similar to some of the walls in the RPD, where it was like top half white, bottom half kind of like a light bluish greenish. If you pay attention, dude, I pay attention to everything in these games. So
it's grayscaled out perfectly too.
When I see this stuff, they're definitely pulling you in.
It looks incredible.
This
looks like the RPD.
The lighting alone is just phenomenal. I mean, the lighting is incredible. If you go back to the last one, you can see the little halo effect around the glass bulbs too. I mean, it's beautiful.
Probably got incredible ray tracing. You could already tell.
Yeah.
There's more. There's some more images here. There's everybody's tweeting about this. So pretty much says the same thing, but we get some more pictures here. So there's going to be a book, Harriet Jones' Shadow Ghost. So
there was something. Go back. There was something about Matilda. Did you guys read about that?
I haven't dug into that one yet.
Okay, let me see if I can find it. I saw it.
Trying to find. There's some more pictures. Okay, so here we got some more pictures of more screenshots. So there's the hag, the tyrant that's going to be chasing you around. Speculations. Yep. Drew was texting me about this morning. Is this a further, more evolved, mutated Lisa Trevor?
Possibly. And I'll explain to you why.
I have it pulled up.
Hearing these people talk about what they experienced, what they saw, or what they played is in this specific section. Yeah, it's a tyrant type stalking enemy inside of the hospital or the hotel that just pops in and out of the ceiling and is like appears to be like 20, almost 30 feet tall, but crammed, which is crazy, bro. Like crammed inside of a building, just stalking you and chasing you. So Lisa Trevor is a major character that was brought to fruition in the RE1 remaster, not technically a remake, remaster. And people got to see her. Her parents, her father was involved with Oswald Spencer in the very beginning, the architect of the actual Spencer mansion. But her whole family got sucked into becoming test subjects for the preliminary T virus, and she ended up with the T virus. But also, fun fact, her variant is the kind of prototype preliminary nemesis variant of the T virus. That's why she has the same thing how Nemesis has like the tentacles. She has that too.
Yeah.
So here's my theory. It's been 27 years. I just want to do this quick. It's been 27 years. She is a legacy character / villain, and you almost kind of feel sorry for her when you know her backstory.
Oh yeah. Tragic backstory.
So I mean, I'm just gonna put these factors together real quick. So end of outbreak, bomb goes off, Raccoon City annihilated, end of RE1, remaster or OG, the mansion explodes, but does the lab somehow still remain intact? Because I think it was Umbrella Chronicles, I can't remember which one, where Albert Wesker shoots her, or he shoots the ceiling lights and it falls on her and she gets crushed, and then the game just kind of ends. And then an RE1 remaster, she just kind of jumps off the edge, and it's never confirmed that she actually died. So here's my theory, and so there's two things. There's two things that I think are interesting here, because at the end of Outbreak, if Umbrella is back on Ground Zero, dumping chemtrails of some kind of viral agent over the Ground Zero blast site, and she's still alive, she could definitely mutate for another 27 years. So here's the thing. Take a look at this clip, Beardo. I did send it to you in the DM on X. So here is footage. Resident Evil posted this on X. Here is footage of some of the special group that got to watch the test footage. And you see their reactions. It's only like 22 seconds long, but here's what's important. I think this is really cool. Listen to the audio. Play it. Listen very closely to when the monster pops up and is chasing Miss Ashcraft.
Right there.
Okay, that right there, if you are a Resident Evil fan, that specific monster noise is exclusive to Lisa Trevor. On top of the chains. Everybody hears the chains, right?
Right.
That's exclusive to her too. Play again. Right there, dude. Okay, now play the YouTube video that I sent you. Let's go back to RE1 OG remake or remaster. All right.
I have one pulled up right here. I don't know if this is the one you sent me. It's
just a Resident Evil HD remaster Lisa Trevor boss fight.
Oh yeah, that's one for one.
Hold on, go to the one I sent you, dude. It's even more. It literally sounds like they took it straight from the remaster. Go to your DMs.
Yep. I'm pulling it up right now.
And just go to 30 seconds. Dude, I've been fixating on this, dude. like
so the Matilda thing was.
I love this stuff. I mean, if it doesn't end up being her, whatever. I just love the lore.
When the book is sitting there, it says the author of the book, as she opens it, is Matilda, and people are saying it's going to be Leon Kennedy because Leon Kennedy's gun, his sidearm was Matilda.
A little Easter egg, little nod there.
Okay, so in the new test footage, we hear that. We hear the chains. That's Lisa Trevor, right? But that specific growl, it's like a panther growl, dude. Listen here. This is RE1 remaster. Lisa Trevor. Listen. That's identical to me, bro. Like, that's pretty much it.
And
That's
then,
identical to me, man. I don't know, chat. What do you think?
And then we go to the other one. Let's just go back to the other one real quick. Shit, that's fucking loud. Here we go. Pulling it up. Right here.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like it was plucked straight out of the remaster and just thrown in this game, dude. I mean, it's possible they could just use it for a new monster, but I just think Capcom is intentional, dude. You know what I mean? So when I heard that, I'm like, dude, that has to be Lisa Trevor, some kind of mutated version over the past 25 years. 27 years.
Like it's just been in the basement of the hospital or something the whole time?
Of the mansion.
Yeah, the demos, it's in like, they keep saying it's like a hospital. It's a hospital. She's just being stalked by this thing from the ceilings.
That's horrifying.
I think it's entirely possible and likely that this is Lisa Trevor because, like you said, like go back to Nemesis, and Nemesis is just keeps on evolving throughout Resident Evil 3. And if, like you said, Nemesis, his DNA, his mutation was taken from Lisa Trevor. She's got it in her too. So absolutely.
Is she wearing, is this like some kind of a gown? I mean, is there anything traceable there from the old ones, or?
On the old one, you can see she's wearing that raggedy clothing. I mean, the face looks different, and that's what people are saying. Okay, well, she doesn't have like that weird mask thing going on. But I mean, it's been 27 years. And
she outgrew the bag on her head.
Yeah,
that's all.
Totally possible. Which would be cool if that's part of the story, dude. Yeah, and that ties back to 30th anniversary. Is that the tie back to the first game? It's her, not Chris. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I think you still have to have one of them. You have to have one of them. And then there's this quick, I want to find it in the trailer, because the shackles that she has on her arms and feet, there's one quick frame of the hag tyrant, and you see it.
Leon would be like an old man by now, wouldn't he? Be like in his 60s or something.
Yeah, but people age different in the Resident Evil games. Like Chris has only gotten like younger and more buff throughout the last 30 years. I want to find it. The one, it's like a half a second where you see her climb down from the ceiling, and you can see her arms have the shackles on it.
Yep. You could hear them too.
Stay close.
Music is incredible, dude.
They're coming.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcraft.
Did I miss it already?
No, it's coming.
No, it's right towards the end.
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
That's Carlos.
Please.
You think that's Carlos?
I think so, dude.
Everyone's gone.
Stay away from
Right there.
Yep.
You
Now
got
there
the
is an
shackles on the
enemy. I
arms.
forgot. It's some kind of. It's like a mix between a human transforming into a licker in Outbreak, and they hang from the ceilings like that.
Right.
But I lean more to Trevor because of the chains. And now that I heard that, like yesterday, like the actual monster's panther-like growl that's exclusive to her, I think it's her. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think it's her. And also, real quick, what I just noticed, going back to my theory about the flashbacks and having to play as Alyssa Ashcraft and then going back to the present day to play as Grace. This is clearly Grace, because you know that Grace is being haunted or chased by this tyrant. Look at this is the same room as the one still frame.
Yeah.
You got the unicorn statue back there. Look at the floor. Everything is kind of like damaged and weathered and everything.
I think this is the demo people saw and some played. And in August,
well,
I forgot which gaming event is coming up, but in August, I don't know if they're going to release the demo to everybody, but they're going to be putting out the playable demo at the I forgot what it's called, but
does this not look a little bit more fresh and kept?
No, I see the damage on the floor looks
the
exactly
damage on the
same.
floor, but going from this to,
I think the only difference is the lights are out and that other still.
yeah, maybe I jumped the gun on that, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, well, it's all speculation right
in
now.
the background. That horse statue is right there in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is one of them going to be from the past? One of them going to be for present day? I don't know.
Did Lisa Trevor, is she the one that killed her mom, Alyssa? You know?
Oh, then there's
timeline could be all over
also
the place, yeah.
there's also some speculation that the hag is Alyssa Ashcraft. That Grace is being haunted. The tyrant is her mom.
Ooh, and you're the chosen one. You're the key. Her daughter.
That would be gnarly.
Yeah. I do have the articles pulled up. Drew, was there anything specific that you wanted me to look at in the articles?
I got about maybe 2 minutes, but
okay.
I think the main stuff is, the people that were privileged to play this or see it about a week ago. Their reviews are nothing but gold, and they don't sound like shills, because what they keep pointing to is the gameplay is claustrophobic. It looks phenomenal. The engine looks insane. And from what I've heard is the gameplay while you're actually being chased is, I think while that gameplay is going on in the demo they observed, there's like keys picked up and doors unlocked, toolboxes. It's very Resident Evil, and even files on the ground. And so it's very Resident Evil from what I'm hearing. And I'm super excited about it as a fan, dude, because it's been a long time since we've had anything new. And I've just been playing. I was playing RE2 Remake all freaking weekend, dude. All weekend.
Which one?
Fun.
Which one?
RE2 Remake.
RE2 Remake. I fucking love it. That might be a perfect game.
I just encourage everyone to familiarize yourself with the lore between RE0 through RE3 Remake, and guess Outbreak falls in that. Because I don't know how much of this is truly connected to 4, 7. I hope God not 6. 4. We'll skip 6 or 5. I don't know how much is connected to 4, 5, 7, or 8. Maybe a little bit, but the Return to Raccoon City, dude, is like that's bringing you back to that story again. And I just really hope we get Leon, dude. Because
could you imagine if we get Carlos and Sheva as side characters?
That would be a joke, dude. Everyone would be. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like Carlos is in it, man. But hey, man, thank you guys for having me, bro. I gotta get one of my shows going right now. But anytime, dude, I'm a massive RE fan. So anytime you guys want to talk about it or whatever's going on, hit me up.
Yeah, man. Well, plug your show and let them know where you're going to be at.
Yeah, just follow me, rumble.com/Drew Hernandez. But I'll be on LFA in like 3 minutes. You can find them on Rumble as well. Follow me on x.com/Drew H Live, and I'll be blowing up your phone, Beardo, with anything new that I hear about this damn game.
Yep. All right, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by and talking Resident Evil with us.
Peace out.
Later, Drew.
See you, bud.
There we go. I still kind of want to keep going with this, dude. What I want is in the game when we officially get into the RPD, you get the Resident Evil 2 music. The soundtrack. I fucking love it.
I'm getting excited for this one because, like I said, I played the 2 remake. I'm thinking now I might want to jump into the other ones. Just from an outsider's perspective, like looking, and I know a lot of people liked it, but like the stuff with Lady Demetriou or whatever her name was,
Lady Ditremesque.
Well, yeah, whatever her name was, like all that different kind of stuff. It looked different to me. It looked odd. It looked more like almost like a game like Outlast or something. it just seemed different, and I don't know that I was all that super interested in it. If it's really worth playing, then maybe I'll get into it. But yeah, that game was so much fun, man.
Dude, I swear, if we in Resident Evil 9, when we get to the RPD, and if they start playing that music, I'm gonna fucking come everywhere. I'm not lying either. I'm not lying, dude. I'm gonna be fucking drained, balls empty, dude.
Well, you can go ahead and watch my stream and avoid the gooey mess. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I think maybe there's so many freaking games I want to get like done and streamed and playing right now. But Resident Evil is always fascinated me because the bottom line is, if a franchise has lasted this long, it's for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, Resident Evil, it's like there's so much lore and there's so much like passionate, dedicated fans to the franchise. A video game franchise, dude. There's been books written after it and stuff. After the first couple games came out. It's such a beloved franchise, and it's one of my favorite gaming franchises of all time as well. So I'm so freaking hyped for this.
I've never really been like a horror gamer, but there's something different about, I don't know, there's just something different about Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm.
7 in VR is dope. Yeah, I don't know I hate VR horror games.
Oh, dude.
I can't stand VR horror games.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Kalechi says, Xwing, get started on RE3 remake, have Beardo guest.
So what are the ones you should play? Is 2, 3, 4, 7, and 8?
Probably not 4.
Probably
I'm guessing 4. if they're going back to their roots and they're going back to the original story, it'd be 0, 1, 2, and 3. 0, 1, 2, and 3. I've never played Resident Evil 0.
That's supposed to be like the big prequel.
Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 1, are they not happening simultaneously at the same time? Just different paths? Correct me if I'm wrong. Or it might be before. I've never played it, so I'm not too sure.
Check it out. I did love like Outlast. I was a huge fan of Outlast and the second Outlast. Those were fun games, but horrifying, hard to play.
Yeah, it's separate. 0 is the day before the Spencer Mansion incident, so it's one day.
Gotcha.
One day before. Okay, cool. And 0 is Rebecca Chambers, right? I'm pumped. So let's get some super chats here real quick. Shout out to Drew Hernandez. Elfie with the 50!
Hey, what's up, Elfie?
What's up, Elfie? Says, hello, Beardo, Xwing, and hello, Drew. Nice to see you back. So go ahead and praise it or tear it apart, and I'll enjoy it while drinking a cappuccino. Greetings to the chat. Love ya, and let's fucking go. And well, since Elfie's here, we will take a look at the beautiful.
Oh yeah, we haven't done our
artwork. The beautiful artwork of the week.
Usually at the front of the show.
Yeah. Drew had limited time, so I wanted to get as much time as we could. The week is being shared. That means it's Bro Science Holiday. Don't forget to join us for great topics, lots of fun, and the hottest boys on YouTube. See you in the Beardy's chat. Let's fucking go. And here we go. We got our Once Were Warriors themed artwork. Look at Elfie, dude.
Yeah, I'm wearing my Ponamu today from New Zealand.
Here.
In recognition of Once Were Warriors. This was actually sent to me by my buddy Tahuoda down in New Zealand. Had it made for me, and it's from the greenstone, which is sacred to the Maori.
Hell yeah, man. I'm digging Elfie's look here. Elfie's
looking.
Look.
It's a great look.
Very sexy here. Very hot.
Kind of reminds me of Mami.
Ooh, a little bit of a Rhea Ripley vibe.
Yeah.
Mami. Very detailed. I'm looking very detailed. Everyone is.
Yeah.
I'm looking like accurate. Look at that. And we got what's his name? The firstborn son, Nig. That's his name.
Oh god.
That's his name.
I thought you forgot Blaine's name.
That's his name.
Like it's Blaine.
The mom and is that Jake? No, that's Boogie. Boogie, the second son, right?
Yeah.
Boogie, the mom, and the firstborn son. His name is Nig. Okay, that's his name.
I think that's well, yeah, it's him, and then I think that's Jake. Did Jake have a mustache?
No, I think that's Boogie.
Oh, okay.
I think that's Boogie. So great stuff. Thank you, Elfie.
What a movie, huh?
I don't want to forget that I watched it. I want to move on from that.
Yeah, Faith.
So thank you, Elfie, for the $50. You love to see it. Steel Leg of History with the 16 months says, my new fake leg will be finished on the 19th. Steel Leg, how many new fake legs are you going to get? I feel like it's every week. He's like, I got my new leg, and then I got another one. You're just collecting them now, man.
He's been working on the pirate leg for a minute, I think. Yeah. Okay. Could be hand carved out of oak. Possibly. It is a pirate leg.
Your new leg will be on the 19th. I will be able to show you all the pirate leg on the 19th. Can't wait to hit. Can't wait. Just hit 688 subs, 12 away from 700 now. Shout out, Steel Leg.
Shout out, buddy.
Congratulations in advance, man. Thank you for the 16 months. 16 fucking.
See you with 1,000.
Cheryl Gopin with a $10 says, hello to all of you. I'm taking you to lunch with me today.
What's up, Cheryl?
What are we eating? What's on the menu? Thank you, Cheryl Gopin, for the $10. Margaret Riggle with a 10. Hey, my friends, never questioned if life would be easy. Never asked life to be easy. Life is just what it is. Although watching Pro Science each week does make life easier. Thank you, Margaret Riggle, for the $10. And I see just right now, Trickies with a 10 gifted Fear the Beardo memberships. Thank you, Trickies, for the 10. And Jeanette with the 9 months. Give that man a banana. Beardo started on time. Looking forward to a great show. A banana?
You were 5 minutes late.
I don't even like bananas. Thank you, Aunt Jeanette, for the 9 months.
They're okay.
I'm not a big fruit guy.
I love strawberries.
Ooh, they're too sour for me, dude. Too tart.
You're not getting the right kind of strawberries then. You
Strawberries
gotta get
are way too tart for me.
If you get like real good, like homegrown strawberries, they're sweet. They're not tart at all.
Maybe I've just had a bad experience.
Yeah.
I like grapes. Grapes and apples.
Yeah,
grapes, apples, oranges. Oranges are probably my favorite fruit.
Yeah.
I like tomatoes too.
Yeah.
Well, not really. Well,
right
okay.
on top of a burger.
I'm gonna walk that back.
Right on the top of a nice sandwich, a nice burger, big old fat slice of tomato.
I like tomatoes in salsa form. I like blended tomatoes in a salsa. Yeah. I don't think tomatoes don't belong on a burger. That's a sin.
Yes, they do.
That is a sin.
Have you ever had like a really good like beef steak or like a really good like heirloom tomato? And then you just top it with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of balsamic vinegar, and then a nice fat slice of mozzarella on it.
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
I'll pass.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna learn you. I'm gonna learn you something.
I will pass. Your camera is skipping all over the place.
It is?
Yeah. Is it storming where you're at? How's the weather?
No, should be 100% good to go.
No, you gotta restart it or something.
Boop.
Anjanette with a gifted Fear the Beardo membership. Thank you, Anjanette. I do like the baby tomatoes in like a tossed salad, like a house salad. I could do the baby tomatoes.
Like a cherry tomato?
Yeah. Like the little guys. The little ones. Those aren't bad. But just covered in ranch dressing. Spirian with a gifted...
Am I jumping around still?
Yeah, and your microphone. Yeah, you're totally... You are a half a frame a second.
Oh yeah, I just saw my connection's unstable.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Give it a second.
Maybe bouncing, come back. I don't know. Spirian, thank you, Spirian, for the gifted Fear the Beardo membership. Titty Smacker, how do I do this? I saw Jay did this morning. How did he do this with? He did it. Jay did it this morning where he was. Can I move me? I saw he was like put dead center. He was put dead center in his like layout. He wasn't full screened. I wonder how he did that. Wonder how he did it. Thank you, Spirian. Titty Smacker with the 199 says, Beardo, you better dominate Mario Kart tonight. Dude, I have not been playing Mario Kart. You guys heard last night my opinions on Mario Kart World. I'm a little disappointed. In my opinion, I think Mario Kart World released unfinished because you don't have 200cc in there. And also, I think a lot of the things that you need to unlock, like certain characters and even mirror mode, you have to jump through so many hoops. You have to do the free roam, which I don't really care to do free roam in a Mario Kart game. I want to race. I don't want to drive around and say, "Oh, look at this. That's pretty." In a Mario Kart game. You know, and there's other games that are beautiful, like Elden Ring or God of War or Resident Evil, you know, where you take in the atmosphere and you're really looking around. You're like, damn, this game is gorgeous. Mario Kart ain't one of those games. I just want to race. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, like to get mirror mode, you have to get 40 of these special Peach coins, and then you have to beat this in free roam mode, and then you have to, you know, do a hop, skip, and a leap over this certain section and grind this many rails, and it's too much. It's too much to do and unlock in Mario Kart World. I'm just not interested. You look a lot better.
Yay!
Looks great. What'd you do?
Left and took a piss.
Oh, okay. That'll do it.
It's usually just a little wave.
Mad Frog with a 5 says, haven't played any Resident Evil. Beardo, should I start with this one? No. If you're going to start Resident Evil, okay, you guys might kill me on this. This is going to be another Arkham. This is going to be another Arkham debate. Resident Evil 1 remastered or remake, whatever you want to call it. You know, fans, you know, people who play it, they call it remake, you know, remake, R-E make, remake, whatever. RE remake. It's the fixed camera angles and tank controls. So if you've never played it, and if you're not familiar with that style of gaming, it could be jarring and it's going to take you a while to get used to the controls. So I'll just say it. Resident Evil 2 remake might be the best place to start. Maybe just watch a YouTube video on the lore of Resident Evil 1, get caught up, learn the story of Resident Evil 1, and then jump in and play Resident Evil 2 remake. Or if you're fine with the fixed camera angles and the tank controls and you want to play it, then go for it. And do it. But I loved RE2 remake. It is a great place to start.
It's a great game.
Great place to start if you aren't familiar with the franchise. Watch all the movies, says Grapthar's Hammer. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I found out I have 2 of them in my movie collection. I didn't even know I had them.
The, what's her name? Mila Djokovic?
Yeah.
Those Resident Evil movies, they are so far separated from the lore. Like, there is no lore. They took the lore.
It was just a universe, right? It wasn't like, it didn't have anything to do with the games or anything like that. It was just, it's Raccoon City during a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. And she doesn't play a real character in the universe. She is a made up character for the movies. That character doesn't exist in the games that Mila plays. I forget what her name is. What the fuck is her name?
I don't remember.
Alice?
Rose? Alice. Yeah, Alice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Super hot though. Very
Super hot. Yeah.
Yeah, loosely based. Thank you, Mad Frog. So you have a few options there if you've never played Resident Evil. Eric K with the 199 says, that's why I buy good knives like Benchmade.
Or
okay, we're going back to the durability.
Xwing branded knife.
Or an Xwing branded knife. Mad About Hatter with the 5 months says, what is your favorite meat? Love lamb, but chicken. Favorite meat? Oh, steak?
Yeah.
Steak?
Yeah, it's like an easy win for me. Elk takes a real close second.
Never had it. Never had elk.
It's good.
Never had elk. I've had bear before. I've had bear, venison, and just steak. Never had elk.
It's good, man. It's like, it's right a bit like venison, elk, and then beef, and then I think like lamb and goats underneath that. And then everything else is just kind of, it's just protein at that point. I'm not crazy about chicken. I like chicken, but depends on how you make it.
Mhm.
It's just bland. You know what I mean? Chicken's just like.
Oh, I can make some bomb chicken tacos.
I believe it. Yeah, I love chicken tacos for sure.
Thank you, Matt About Hatter, with the 5 months. FaZe Mazza with a $5 says, dang, didn't know Drew was an RE fan, bruh. Also, Beardo, Paul Pelosi called. He wanted you to return the hammers you borrowed on Sunday, bruh. Oh, fuck. I'll mail them to him.
What?
I'll mail them to him. Kalechi with the $2 says, Xwing, get started on RE3 Remake. Have Beardo guest. I'll be done. RE3 Remake, do you have it yet?
No.
I would suggest only getting it on sale. Absolutely no way should anybody pay full price for RE3 Remake. It's a scam. It's a scam that game was full price to begin with. Get it on sale. If you can find RE3 Remake for $20 or less, then go for it. But I wouldn't even suggest getting it for 30 or 40. Dude, it's criminal. That game, so much hype for Resident Evil 3. You get Jill Valentine, you get Carlos, you get Nemesis, and it was just super disappointing.
Really?
Yeah, dude. You like, I think the first time I played the game, I beat it in 7 hours. 7 hours of like in-game time.
Wow.
7 hours to beat the game.
That's pretty quick. Yeah, that is
very,
short.
very short campaign. And it's not like in Resident Evil 2 where there's like dual campaigns. It's like you play as Leon. Maybe you finish the game quick. Oh, but you got to play as Claire too. And you get Claire's story. And then you can go back and reverse it. And you can play Claire first and then Leon. So you have, different ways to play the game with Resident Evil 2. With Resident Evil 3, it's just, no, you're just playing as Claire. 7-hour campaign, 6-hour campaign, and then you're done.
Looks like the Tyrant comes back too, huh? Mr.
Well,
X.
that's Nemesis. Different Tyrant. Different Tyrant.
It is?
Yep.
He looks exactly the same.
He does not.
I'm looking at a picture right now, and it's a dude in a trench coat with a freaking bowler hat.
No, that's Mr. X. Look up Nemesis. Look up Nemesis from Resident Evil 3. Completely different Tyrant.
You know what? Hold on.
Or share it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna share this because this is absolutely that guy on the Resident Evil 3 page. Share screen. Window. It won't let me share Steam. Oh, here we go.
Nemesis and Mr. X are two different tyrants. I know. I'm trying to tell him. Resident Evil 3. Okay, so that's RE-verse. You're looking at a picture of the multiplayer RE-verse. Which Mr. X is in it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. RE-verse was a multiplayer that launched alongside Resident Evil 3.
I'm looking at it like, bro, that's the dude. That's the guy.
Yeah. Here, let me pull up a picture of Nemesis.
Nemesis was in too, wasn't he?
No.
He wasn't?
No.
I thought he was.
So this is the original Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. So that's what Nemesis looks like.
Oh, yeah. I remember
and
that
then
guy.
he got redesigned to look like that in the remake.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so he does follow you around. So this is a screenshot from 3 playing as Jill, and Nemesis follows you around. But Nemesis, that's a great angle right there. Nemesis could have been so good as a tyrant in 3, but he was more of like a cutscene tyrant. Like,
instead of just chasing your ass around all the time.
He doesn't really stalk you around like Mr. X does. He's kind of like, just dissolved to cutscenes, which was a huge bummer.
Yeah, that sucks.
But still a good game.
I got my new sandals in.
Your new sandals? Nice.
I love these things, dude.
That's cool. That's fun. What was the price for Resident Evil on Steam? Resident Evil 3.
It's $10 right now.
Oh shit! Yeah, fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
75% off. There's some kind of, it's a Capcom publisher sale up to 87% off going on right now.
Oh, that makes sense with all the hype.
Yeah.
With all the hype for Resident Evil 9, it makes sense for Steam to put the games on sale. 100%. Eric K with the 199 says, so tune in to see Beardo's O-face. Dude, if I hear, I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you.
So gross.
Hold on, let me pull it back up. In Resident Evil 9 Requiem, If I walk into the RPD and I hear this, I'm busting loads everywhere.
Gross.
Projectile. Fucking like, yeah. It's going to be gnarly. So just be warned.
Evil. So no 4. So 3. Village?
No, so Village is 8. I mean, I 100% recommend playing 4. Like, absolutely play 4 remake. What's that at on Steam?
20.
20? Yeah, I would absolutely recommend playing 4. 4 is great. It's just as far as like the story and like, you know, connecting the dots between 9, I don't think that the story of 4 is going to be mentioned or have an effect in Resident Evil 9. But 100% you should play Resident Evil 4. It might be the best one. It might be the best one. For me, as far as the remakes go, it's 2 and 4 are like cream of the crop. They're so fucking good. 4 might be better than 2, to be honest.
Oh, wait a minute. For $40, you can get the whole kit and caboodle.
For just the remakes, or what's the bundle?
Yeah, so it includes 23 items for the Resident Evil Remake trilogy.
Pull it up. Let's go through it. Let people know. If you guys are PC gamers, let's see what the Resident Evil.
Hold on, let me pull.
Let's see what the offer is.
So it looks like Resident Evil 2 Remake trilogy includes 23 items. Resident Evil 2, Claire costume.
Yeah, so you're getting all of the DLCs. You're getting like all the different costumes, the music, the different weapons, the guns and ribbons and stuff that you can use to unlock stuff at the in-game store.
I think this might be the way to go. I'm kind of pissed. I already spent $10 on 3. But I might just buy that for 40. Oh yeah, I can, huh?
Yeah, you can return it because you never played it. So just do like a refund, and then you can get the whole bundle. Or actually, you know what? That might have already been discounted because you just bought 3. Usually Steam does that.
Maybe. It says, oh wait, hold on. Yeah, check this out. Look, good for these freaking guys.
Yeah, if you already own one that's in the bundle, it'll knock off the price.
Yeah.
Elfie with the 13 months says, Beardo, please watch the song video made for you by Ryan Soleo. It's great. Where can I find it? Was it emailed to me? Or is it on YouTube or Twitter? Where can I find it, Elfie? I will definitely listen to it. Dude. I heard Dan and Ripa's song.
Oh, did you?
I heard it.
I have Ryan's song, but I don't know how to get it to you on the computer. Oh, I sent it to you.
Which one?
I sent it to you on Instagram.
Oh, Ryan's song?
Yeah.
On Instagram? Maybe I can just search for it on Twitter and find it. Maybe did he post it to Twitter? Or YouTube? Ryan
Soleo.
What's up, Cole Hauser?
I believe it's
How you doing, Cole Hauser?
Praise the Ra.
Get ready. Trust the Bro Science is an AI created song. Here we go. Here we go. I got it. Be loud. So let me bump the volume down and I'll share it. War Ben with the 5 months says just beat Chapter 5 in Resident Evil 4 Remake. I love this game. It's phenomenal, dude. It's phenomenal. I see the Saska sisters are here. What's up, Jen and Syl?
Hey, what up, Jen and Syl?
Here we go. Trust the Bro Science.
Sounds like Dan.
A little bit.
forge a modern manhood, rise the sons of steel and truth. Fear the Beardo speaks with fury, Xwing walks the path of proof. No room for weak excuses, no pity for the frail. We conquer with conviction, not some soy-soaked fairy tale. Jim is sacred ground, where warriors train their soul. Joey's will decrease the cold, respect will pay the toll. For science lights the fire, from how to treat a dame, to holding doors and holding lines, the cowering in shame. Praise the judge of June, to womanhood and might. We honor queens and iron bars, we rise, we train, we fight. Daily art from Elfie and manly movie lore.
There you go.
We storm the critics' gate like Vikings on the shore. We are men, bold, proud, unbroken. By fire and steel, the code is spoken.
Judge of June mentioned. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Then Vass once rode beside us, his voice a metal storm, now a whisper in the mead hall, where Wade is rise reborn. We don't cry over cold showers, or tremble at the frost. We ice our wounds with whiskey, and count the pain as caused. Shaped by battles, shaped by squats, by failure and success. Gentlemen in armor, with manners not a mess. We lift more than just iron, we raise sons with steady hands, and teach them truth and honor, the way of noble bands. Praise the judge of June, to womanhood and might. We honor queens and iron bars, we rise, we train, we fight. Daily art from Elfie and manly movie lore. With blame we storm the critics' gate like Vikings on the shore. We are men, bold, proud, unbroken.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. It's a long
Nice.
song, 4 minutes, but that is a banger, dude. For
That's
AI. Because a few months ago, the AI music, but it's getting better, man.
It is.
It's getting better.
Getting better. The voices are still. They can be rough at times.
Yeah.
That was a good
Yeah.
one though.
That was awesome. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan, for the AI bro science song. That's
Shout out,
freaking
Ryan.
sick. Freaking sick. Oh, here we go. Here we go. More Resident Evil stuff here.
Ooh.
So this is a thread. So we get a picture. So obviously there's going to be
There
some
you go.
keys.
Keep
You
the key.
get, yeah, to unlock the doors and stuff. A lot of images in this hallway with the statue in the back, which is a 1-to-1
Yeah.
statue of the unicorn statue from the RPD. So that'll be clever. Let's take a look at the thread, see what this guy's saying. I follow him. He's past several days, he's just been nonstop with some information. I see a lot of people concerned a bit about RE9 having both first person and third person options. How it'll take a hit or be similar to how RE8 handled it. But RE9 dedicated to this choice early in development. RE8 experimented with it, but was a first-person game designed for that. Which then added third person after the game was already finished. Capcom have experimented further here since then. So this is kind of like what Drew was saying. Like, this game was designed for both first person and third person.
Yeah.
Early on. So it's going to be polished. Capcom have experimented further here since then, like RE4 has a first-person VR mode, for example. Resident Evil Requiem is a really ambitious game. One part of that ambition was, in fact, making sure that the game felt up to the standard and beyond what the series has already done, which, yes, meant making animation and mechanical differences to the experience based on the camera you're playing with.
Well, there you
People
go.
will certainly have a chance to try it out before the game releases anyway. That's a question that I wanted to ask Drew. If he heard anything about it or speculation on when can we, the public, get our hands on the demo?
Yeah.
Because that demo's out there. It's made. People have played it. When do we get to play it?
Yeah.
I want to play
exactly.
it. I want to play the demo. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Thank you, Elfie, for the 13 months and the suggestion for Ryan Saldeo's song. Jesus Davila with a $10. I'm a bit late to the RE discussion, but Resident Evil 8 reminds me of Resident Evil 6. Not the same, of course, but in terms of how out of place they felt, far removed from Resident Evil. Yes, Village holds a special place in my heart because I played it so many damn times. I do like it for what it is, but you're right. It doesn't feel like a Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
Even with Chris Redfield in it, it's like, why is Chris here? Why? But
It was a lot more action based, wasn't it? It's more just like a first person shooter, like a Doom
With Chris, yes. But Chris was a quick 15-minute mission where it's like Call of Duty, dude. Full-blown
Really?
Call of Duty. Yeah, just killing fucking bioweapons and shit. When you play as Ethan, it is a little bit more survival horror, but it does get into like the mystical, supernatural and stuff. Magic and shit. Vampires. So, and lichens or werewolves, whatever you want to call them. It did feel out of place. So I'm really excited from the Resident Evil Requiem trailer that we're getting zombies back. We're getting bioweapons that are just mutated zombies, a tyrant, limited inventory space, having that inventory management. Hopefully, no merchant. So
Yeah.
you gotta conserve your
Scrounge to
resources,
survive.
man.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. Thank you, Jesus Davila, and I agree with you about Village. Bethany with a
Hold on 2
20.
seconds. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Bethany with a 20 says, "Good afternoon, gents." Thank you, Bethany, with a $20. Giles McCoy committed. Thank you, Giles McCoy. Trickies with a $10 says, "New lore, it's Xwing 5 because the first 4 didn't survive the battles. That makes Xwing 5 number 1. I'll save that and read that for him. War Ben with a 5 month says, "I just beat Chapter 5 in Resident Evil 4 Remake. I love this game. Phenomenal, dude. Phenomenal game. Sean Coakley says, "Leon Kennedy. I hope that we get Leon Kennedy to some extent. I hope we get to play as him. I don't want him to just be involved in the story. He shows up, he might help you out, few conversations. I don't want that. I want to play as Leon. And I think that there's a good chance that Grace is a new main character and one of the main characters of the game. But I hope Capcom has Leon in their back pocket, and it's gonna be a 50-50 split between Grace and Leon. I do want to play as Leon, but I could see them going the Village route of them doing Grace for the most part, and then you might get 1 or 2 staged missions with Leon. We'll just have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. Tricky sent a $10 for you. It says, "New lore, it's X-Wing 5 because the first 4 didn't survive the battles. That makes X-Wing 5 number 1.
You're right. Correct. It's like Highlander.
And Alex McCarthy with a 3 months. Which Resident Evil game to start with? I've only seen the movies and I love them. Alice is hot in skin tight leather. Well, you're not wrong. Not wrong. But the movies are just loosely based on the games. We said this a few minutes ago. The movies are just loosely based on the games. There's no actual like canon or continuity between the games and the movies. Which one to start with? Resident Evil Remake or Resident Evil 2 if you want to just jump right into like the newer remakes. Because the funny thing is, I think Resident Evil 1 deserves another remake. And the new RE engine in this new remake line that they're putting out. Because the first Resident Evil remake was made before the original Resident Evil 4. So I think another Resident Evil 1 remake is far overdue.
And then you'd change it up to be like the RE2 style format.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. In the new RE engine. Because the RE engine is perfect. It's the best, one of the best graphical engines that there is for video games right now. Resident Evil 1 doesn't have a remake, it's a remaster. Well, then why do they call it remake? Why do they call it remake? I don't know. Call it whatever you want. Remaster, remake. They call it remake. So it is what it is. It can be looked at either way. Because it's from it's top down. It's a complete different game. They designed it completely different as far as the graphics goes, and there's a new enemy type in it, the Crimson Heads. The Crimson Heads weren't in the first Resident Evil. They were only in the remake. Same thing with Lisa Trevor. Lisa Trevor was introduced in Resident Evil 1 remake. She wasn't in the first one. So I would consider that a remake. If you're designing a game top down, completely brand new assets, that's a remake.
Yeah, new enemy types, new assets. That's a remake, not a remaster.
Yeah. So, well, shit. Very Resident Evil heavy today. I thought Drew was going to stay here longer. I didn't know that he had an hour, only an hour before we got into it. Was there anything else that you wanted to talk about that you had pulled up?
No, I actually not expecting what we were going to do today. So that was kind of fun. It's exciting. I'm looking forward to the game. Yeah, in terms of the stuff I've been doing, crap, I don't know. I've been messing with Google VO3. That's been a lot of fun.
What have you been doing on that?
I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff for History of Pirates. And have you seen any of it yet?
No.
Look at this.
You give us a little taste.
I think this is already out, but I don't know. So have you seen like the viral videos that have been going out about like the Sasquatch?
Yes, I've seen the Sasquatch, and I've also seen the Stormtrooper ones.
Yeah, so the Sasquatch and the Stormtrooper ones are probably the most famous right now. It is incredibly expensive to create these generations, like scarily expensive to do these, and you can only do 5 prompts a day. And if it poops,
is that
like, you're out of luck.
Tamara Morrison?
No,
really?
Yeah,
I did see this one.
It kind of looks like him, right?
It looks exactly like him.
So this was just like for fun. You know, I was messing around with it and doing some stuff for History of Pirates.
So, you want to know our history, eh? You want to know how we lived?
It's me.
We spent our coin. How we fought.
Oh, that's me.
How we died.
Make sure you're
That's you.
to History of Pirates.
Now, get to work.
Isn't that fun? No,
That's great.
you know who this is, bro? This is Pirate Tom Brady.
You want to know how we lived?
Yes.
He even talks like him, doesn't he?
Yeah. So you have to pay for that.
Yes. Yeah. So it's I don't know how they like kept it down for as long as they did, but yeah, it's a like a subscription service basically that you can get to, but they have caps and different things that you can do. So it's tough to prompt. It's really tough to prompt, and you only get like 5 a day, and then Google shuts you down and is like, sorry, you're gonna have to wait another 48 hours before you can do any more, just so they don't overload their systems with a bunch of different prompts. So
interesting.
pretty crazy.
And you can get them to say whatever you want.
Anything you want.
Wow.
But the prompts are like a page long to get that. Otherwise, it just comes out like, oh God, kill it with fire.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. We got some more super chats here. Mad Frog with a 199 says, off topic, did you see the new Superman teaser? I did, and I hate it. I hate it. It looks so goofy. It doesn't look good. The CGI looks like shit. It looks like the recent Marvel movies where everything and everyone looks like they've been filtered with a little bit of CGI over it. I hate it.
Yeah, just kind of got that wipe. Yeah, I don't like it either. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah.
But no promises.
I'm not. I mean, I'd like to say I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not. I think the new trailer looks stupid, and I would play it. Should we? The last time we did Superman, the channel got taken down.
Yeah, we did get taken down.
Should we do it? Should we give it a shot?
Yeah, if you want to, go for it.
I guess we'll do it.
I think I'm just jaded at this point. I'm so jaded with everything else that's been going on with like pop culture, with superhero movies and comic book movies and stuff like that. It's just gotten so jaded. It's the same thing with like Star Wars right now. If they come out with something Star Wars, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah. Same thing with Marvel too. Like if there's a Marvel Disney Plus TV show, I'm not watching it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. All right, so here we go. 2 minutes long. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't get taken down and the channel doesn't get, the stream doesn't get demonetized. So super chats are encouraged. Here we go.
Superman. The most powerful being on planet Earth.
We finally meet.
Now, as planned, I'll destroy you. And of course, that reporter you always do interviews with. Who raised you as a child? I'll kill them too.
Not how I imagine Lex Luthor would sound. Not how like what's up with the and I'll kill your family too. Superman, the most powerful man in the world. Like, that's not in my brain. In my brain, that's not how Lex Luthor sounds.
I like that actor, and I'm sure he'll do great in the role.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would have cast him. I don't know.
Yeah, I like Nicholas Hoult. He's a good actor. I think he looks the part. But I'm not digging the line delivery. So have you seen this teaser yet?
I haven't seen this one.
Oh boy, we'll get there. No matter what. The kaiju's weird. Where's that come from? Where's the kaiju? Is this some like Godzilla shit just comes out of the water, just comes out of the ocean?
I don't know.
Who brought him here? How'd he get here?
You do to me, Luther. Your plans won't work.
Wrap it up.
Good luck with that.
You see what I mean right there? Everything looks like the CGI is so obvious. And, you know, like everyone says, the best CGI is the CGI that you don't notice. Obviously, that goes without saying. This shit, what's going on with his eyes? Like, what? He uses heat vision and now he's got a sunburn on his eyes? Why?
I don't know. The only thing that there's not a whole lot that's like bugging me so far up to this point, to the point where I'd be like, I'm not gonna go see this movie. I can't stand the fourth wall break camera trick crap. Like the teeth hit the glass of the camera as it's being filmed. I don't like that.
I didn't even notice that. Oh yeah. Oh god.
I don't like that.
No, yeah, that. I don't like that either. Fuck. Thanks for pointing that out.
Save that kind of humor, that kind of stuff for like Deadpool. You know what I mean?
Right.
Irreverent humor.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Beardo spot on film at 11. What? So Metropolis is just got Moses here parting Metropolis.
Metrocity.
Make a move, Big Blue.
Blue.
Buckle up.
They chose him. Let them die.
Quit messing around!
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
Oh, God.
Finish it off. Let's get through it.
Confirmed. This is confirmed from the leaks? Are these the monkeys, or are these just Lex Luthor henchmen in super suits? Or are these the monkeys in super suits? I don't know.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
I hate it. Everything about it. I hate it. I hate it. And we lost Henry Cavill for this.
Yeah, that's kind of the crazy part, man. Like this is maybe just a personal thing, but like I really, really enjoy the more like Nolan style, more serious, more grounded kind of style to these. I think because some of the earlier Marvel movies did like a really good job of kind of treading that line. You know what I mean? Like still being a little goofy and irreverent, but not taking it over the edge, but also not being like Christopher Nolan, Dark Knight, you know, that kind of dark. But like, that's definitely where I want to be, is more in that kind of vein, in the Christopher Nolan type vein, the more serious, the more grounded, the more dark, the more realistic.
Almost kind of like Man of Steel.
Like Man of Steel, exactly. And so for me, this is just like, great. It's another Thor: Love and Thunder, but we put fucking Superman in it this time.
Yeah. So right here, this is odd. So you got Crypto, the dog here. Superman and Metamorpho are here. What is this in like some type of realm
He's
in
holding
between
a baby.
realms? And he's holding a baby doll, or maybe it's an alien baby. What the fuck is going on here? But here we go. Here's your boss bitch moment. Lois Lane flying a fucking UFO. What the fuck? God, fuck. Lois Lane is a fucking reporter, dude. She's flying a fucking spaceship.
I just don't like. I don't really have anything to say, to be like totally honest with you, man. I mean, I'll watch it, but like, I don't think I'm going to be making like a movie review. I don't think I'm going to be spending any serious time on this. I don't think it warrants it. I
think you should. I think we should. Well, if you see it opening weekend, I think for the channel, it's going to be great content, dude. Because if it's bad, people are going to be looking for reviews of shredding this thing apart. And if it's good, people are going to be looking for reviews, praising it. Because I've said this a million times. I don't want bad superhero movies. I don't want bad Marvel. I don't want bad DC. Now, the one I do want bad Star Wars, because fuck Star Wars. Fuck everything that Kathleen Kennedy and Dave Filoni have done to Star Wars. I will keep rooting for Star Wars to fail. I don't want Marvel and DC to suck. I want good superhero movies. But I'm just telling you how it is. This thing looks awful.
Yeah, it doesn't look great, man.
They chose him. Let them die.
Hey!
This part.
Quit messing around.
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
Fucking hell, dude. There was one part. Where was
This is
it?
Gunn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. You didn't know?
Yeah. Yeah. If you couldn't tell.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, his name is plastered all over this movie. James Gunn wants you to know that James Gunn from Guardians of the Galaxy, from James Gunn, is doing James Gunn Superman for DC under James Gunn.
James Gunn Superman.
Now, what I am curious about, genuinely curious about, is who the hell is going to be playing Ultraman here. So if you're not familiar with Ultraman is a multiverse, separate Earth, evil version of Superman. There's several different versions of him, whether he's with the crime syndicate or whatever. This is 100% Ultraman. The toys have confirmed it. He's got a giant U on his chest. I remember there was months ago, I was on Geeks and Gamers Daily or Main Event saying that this was Ultraman. And of course we have people in the chat. That's not Ultraman. That's not Ultraman. Beardo, you're fucking retarded. Are you fucking gay? You stupid? You fucking skinny legs? That's not Ultraman. You fucking retard. It's Ultraman. I've been saying it's Ultraman. It's Ultraman. Who's going to play Ultraman? Is David Cornsweet going to be playing both? Or are we going to get a Superman lookalike? Is somebody else, a different actor who could look like Superman, going to play Ultraman? Or is Henry Cavill going to play Ultraman? Is that going to be the pop? Is that going to be the superhero cameo pop? Like, holy fuck, it's Henry Cavill as Ultraman in a shitty movie.
Yeah, rip my eyelids off, put my eyes in a blender, and then use a binder, make some nice eyeball patties, shove them back into my eye, and then throw me in the fucking sun. It's so retarded, dude.
I would not put it past Gunn to help please the Snyder fans and to get the Snyder fans on board with this, to have Cavill play Ultraman. I would not doubt it. What do you think?
I think I would give almost anything to like not talk about this movie anymore. It's legitimately like I don't know how to describe. It's apathy. It's just apathy. Like, I just don't give a shit. You know what I mean? This is like, to me, this is the equivalent of when South Park was like, this summer Rob Schneider is a stapler. Like, I just don't give a shit. I couldn't care. I could not care less. If they'd have done this with Cavill in the style of, Man of Steel, dude, that would be crazy to see. I'd be super interested to see how they start introducing these other characters, how they start to ground these other comic book characters to put it in a way that makes sense. But I mean, I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm. And what was the biggest gripe of Batman v Superman? Well, one of the biggest gripes of Batman v Superman was it's too crowded. There's too many characters too soon. Oh, we're in the second movie of this Snyder universe.
I just thought it was a bad movie.
And we're getting people are saying it's too overcrowded. Hello, this movie, the first entry, you're getting everyone. Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific, Superman, Lex Luthor, Metamorpho, and Ultraman, Rick Flag Senior. Holy shit.
Yeah. It's hard to keep track of what's going on in the trailer just because it seems like there's going to be so many freaking storylines, so many different things going on, so much crap going on. Yeah. Nothing's got me invested. That's all I'll say. Like, cool action shots. Great.
Yeah. Look at these buildings just dominoing over each other. How many people, hundreds of people, maybe thousands are dying in the buildings, but good thing Superman caught the building to save this one lady in the car. Anyways.
Clearly, we know that's not how towers fall.
Anyways. Yeah. Yep. They just collapsed suddenly. All right, let's power through the rest of these super chats. Thank you, Mad Frog. Mike Noss with a 5 says, I understand that Grace is the daughter of Alyssa, a character from Outbreak, which I've never played, but I'd like to. Yeah. Yep. Jesus Davila with a gifted Fear the Beardo membership. Thank you, Jesus Davila. Harbinger with a 10. Even if I rib on you, Beardo, sometimes, you're still a top G. I'm top G? What color's your Bugatti? You too, Xwing, no Diddy. Xwing, do you enjoy the old Sinbad films? And could you say where your fascination with pirates came from?
Yeah, the old Sinbad films. Yeah, I mean, I liked them in the 90s or late 90s when I was a kid. My fascination with pirates, I don't even know if it's really like a fascination. I just love it like anything else. Like, any of the romanticized eras of human history, like knights, cowboys, any of that stuff. We all loved it when we were kids. And the more you learn about it, the more you start to realize like how much of it wasn't true. And it becomes fun to really start to dig in and try to find what the truth is. How do these people really live compared to the way they're portrayed in Hollywood and stuff like that. I like realism.
In the history too, man. The history's cool.
Yeah.
Cheryl Gopin with a gifted Fear the Beardo membership. Thank you, Cheryl Gopin. Kalechi with a 5. Okay, Beardo, how do you envision Superman? Who is your Superman? And if you mention Man of Steel, I swear to God, Cavill never played Superman. Well, sorry to break it to you. Cavill did play Superman. I did really enjoy Man of Steel. Man of Steel was great.
Yeah, what do you mean Cavill never played Superman?
Yeah. Cavill, Superman. How do I envision Superman? I think a cross between like Christopher Reeve, the first Superman the movie, Man of Steel. I think that there's a balance there. I don't envision Superman being this quippy, silly, funny guy. And definitely in the first Superman trailer, the first full one, when he's yelling at Lois Lane and getting super butthurt and upset and like, that's not Superman. Superman's stoic. Superman's grounded. Truth, justice, the American way, baseball, hot dogs, and Chevrolet.
Yeah.
That's Superman. So thank you, Kalechi, for the $5. Cavill did play Superman. With a 2, all you Man of Steel fans, where were y'all in 2013? I seen the movie 3 times in theaters. 3 times. So thank you, Kalechi Oki. That was one of the last movies that I saw with my grandpa.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Kalechi, with the $2. We're all caught up on super chats. That's all I had, boys. That's all I had for today. Here we go. We got one more. Sean Coker with the 5. Fun fact, Man of Steel was filmed one town over from me in Plano, Illinois. I was in high school, and my art teacher was an extra who met Henry Cavill. Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Hell yeah. It's awesome, man. Thank you for the $5. Night Saber with the 5. I'm fucking tired of Lex getting into the fortress. It's been done, and it's not so easy. The goofy humor should be torn down. Hail Bro science. Thank you, guys, Saber. Well said.
Shut up.
Well said. Thank you for the $5. We're all caught up, guys. Thank you guys so much for a very entertaining and special Resident Evil gaming edition, I guess, of Bro Science today. Shout out to Drew Hernandez for coming on the show. And shout out to Xwing. Shout out to you guys. Again, thank you guys for the super chats, the donations, gifted memberships, recommitments, the mods, the members, the lurkers, everybody in the chat. Thank you. Xwing, what do you got going on, buddy?
We got Mario Kart tonight. I might be doing something after this. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I might be playing some Night Rain after this. Haven't quite made up my mind.
So you gonna stream it or just play?
I haven't made up my mind yet. I don't know. Okay. I've also got some stuff I got to do with that Google Genesis crap, and I got to make a short for the History of Pirates channel. By the way, if you have not, please go subscribe to the History of Pirates. We just dumped a bunch of content. We're really picking up over there, so go check it out. Give us a subscribe as we march our way towards the release of The Daughter's Revenge later this year.
Sean Lassich said Beardo was taking strays in Yopop's live stream last night. Now they're obsessed with me.
Beardo's always taking strays.
They're obsessed with me. What are you going to do? Corn Boy with a 199 super sticker.
Hey,
thank you, Corn Boy. Sends a thumbs up. Yes. Later tonight, we got Mario Kart World over on Geeks and Gamers Play. And I'll be streaming Pokemon at some point. I want to get through the DLC because what I really want to do is I want to get back into Witcher 3 and finally beat Witcher 3. Never beat it.
Oh, you never beat it?
Never beat it. A few years ago, I did one stream. I started one stream. I just didn't get into it. Maybe I just wasn't committed enough to it. But I want to give it another shot and start streaming Witcher 3.
Long game.
We'll do that after I beat Pokemon DLC. We'll start up a Witcher 3 playthrough.
Nice.
So, War Breer with a 2 says Xwing enjoys booty plundering.
You're damn right.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Sounds like a great time. Twisted Reality, when is Beardo not taking strays? Yeah, true. All right, boys. Thank you guys again. Bro Science episode 58. We are going to raid you to the very sweet, very kind Cassie Soba, who we're going to make her day. We're going to make Cassie Soba's day. She's playing Fortnite right now with friends. We're going to raid you guys over there. Make sure that you subscribe. And let's make her freaking day, guys. Let's do that. Show her some love. But that's pretty much it. We'll see you guys later tonight for Mario Kart World. And let me leave you with this. The man who says he can and the man who says he can't are both usually right. Don't be fat. Don't be gay. We'll catch you next week for Bro Science. We're watching Rocky. We're watching Rocky for next week's manly as fuck movies. Nice. So everybody get caught up. We're watching the first Rocky movie. Go over to Critic List, drop your review, because next week, me, Xwing, and Blaine will be talking about Rocky 1. But until then, we'll see you guys later. Bro Science, out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You son of a bitch.